Paper Things, Season 5 of Episode 41, with me, the Broken Bottle Boy, here on Twitch. Today's show is a 4-paper show. That's 4 papers. It's The Sun, The Times, The Daily Mail, and The Guardian. The Guardian will be today's speed round. And in the background, Scum. Subhuman Scum. Yes, it's Richard Madeley as Alan Partridge playing Ray Winston's character in Scum. Why? I'll explain in the newsletter, which is out later. But if you are not yet a subscriber to the newsletter, why not subscribe? It's brokenbottleboy.substack.com. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, the newsletter is already out. Right. Let me actually get up today's papers into the... I'm going to do a rearrangement here. I'm going to go over there, and the paper's going to go up there. Boom. Yeah. So, yes, right, let me get today's papers into the frame. Puppy power. Right, let's see. Today's papers. Papers SH. Very tiny times. It's The Sun. Oh, why is that so big? Hello, Panic Future. How are you? Good to see you. I don't know why this picture is so large. Let us bring it down to size. Oy. How am I? I am not bad. Not bad would be my answer. How are you? What's occurring in the world of Panic Future? There we go. There we go. That's the paper at the correct size now. Okay, yes. Hello, welcome. Let's get started with The Sun. Why is this encoding overloaded? Hey, Slinkamaya, how are you doing? Sat in a hotel room in Normal Island. Yeah, good lord. I don't know why the encoding is overloaded again. So if there's a delay, sorry about that. No reason for it to be. Could be that kid in the room is on the internet. I don't think so though. Right. Panic Future, good. Got my best night's sleep month and booking flights to the US to see my partner for the first time in 6 months. Well, congratulations about that. That's fantastic. So, Maya, I've packed 11 boxes of books. I'm still not even close to having packed all my books. I know that struggle well. Saw your picture of the many boxes. All right, so here we go. Front cover of The Sun. Front page of The Sun. Who's gonna take Ole job? Who knows? Fuel duty winners. Petrol source. This is a stitch up again from The Sun. The Sun knew that he was going to do this in the budget, so they said, oh, we hope he cuts fuel duty. Then he does, and then they're able to say, oh, look at our win. Top right-hand corner, win. Holiday home, still trying to get you to win a holiday home worth £55,000, apparently. Main story, Laura Koonsberg's going to get a Man United job, imagine. Exclusive, despite Will's plea, Crown to recreate Bashir die interview. The Frown. Crown is to dramatise Martin Bashir's disgraced Panorama interview with Princess Diana, despite her son William's plea for it never to be broadcast again. Oh, shut the front door. Right, moving on. Inside... In the paper itself, on page 3, that isn't page 3, but is page 3, model Alexina Graham shows off her physical qualities, it says here. The 31-year-old English beauty posed in undies. Why was that? Because she's a Victoria's Secret model. So of course she does. C122, H122, talking about Laura Koonsberg's future job as Manchester United manager, says she's good on the right. Also on page 3, rest in Greece, fry-ups face extinction. The greasy fry-up is... sliding towards extinction because customers are demanding healthier meals. Oh, shut up. PM, I fear COP26 will be a flop 26. Yep. On page 7, Netflix to defy wills over Bashir. I'm sorry, but since when did Prince William take over the job of commissioning at Netflix? Or script editing, for that matter? Woman does job, yeah. Strictly stand-in lands Christmas judge job. Watch your Becky, Bruno. Anton to get role full time. Tess and Craig can't hide rift, apparently. Concern bias against dancers. Who gives a shit? Is Diana dead? So, sorry to tell you that, but Princess Diana is dead. Dame Esther Ranson says, get your booster jab. Okay, fine. Why are you doing it in the sun? Page 11, Angelina Shiny Star. Angelina Jolie wore a dress, basically. Dermot and Ali to fill a gap. Apparently Alison Hammond and Dermot O'Leary could be the successors to Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield. Given that they already present the show on Friday edition, present the show on Fridays, I mean, it's pretty likely, isn't it? Clemmy Moody is awful. Headline from her: the fluffy evils of generation work from home. Yeah, shut up. On page 17, a cat that's basically, it's got a birth defect, meaning she has two sets of DNA and is half ginger and half black. Very cool looking cat. Good day to you, Gonzo Socialism. Hope you're doing well. Alec victims dying words. There's absolutely no reason for the Sun to be reporting that, but of course the Sun has no class or dignity. Believe. We smelt the foul odour in the chamber and feared the worst. I saw them alive and said to myself, believe. British divers who saved Thai cave boys talking big screen documentary. So says, I believe they're called Chimera cats, which is awesome. Very much so. Skater Morgan Swales warms up in a hot tub before heading for ITV's Dancing on Ice. Just going to ring the boob bell there for the research arena. On page 25, Stone Cold exclusive. Blownhenge. A metal detectorist was arrested after he found an explosive at Stonehenge. Nicky Newby, 30, dug up a handful of World War II artifacts at the historic site, including a live mortar round. He then posted snaps of his find online while heading home, bragging, only travelling with a live mortar, what I found in Stonehenge. And then he said he was going to put it in his find box. The police arrested him. Idiot. No comment from Elon Musk in that doc, I suspect not. On page 27, Lewis Hamilton's bulldog Roscoe had a birthday party. He is 9. The bulldog rather than Lewis Hamilton. A boy of 5 is cancer-free after his family raised £232,000 so he could try an experimental vaccine in the US. A tailor-made BBC-owned goal. Sick joke comic rebooked for satire show. You could write what the BBC knows about comedy these days and back on the back of a postage stamp. This time, the clever clogs over at BBC, God fucking hell, have decided it's appropriate to rebook a comedian who last time out made jokes about blowing up political supporters for a cheap laugh. Edgy maybe, but not exactly appropriate booking in the immediate aftermath of the death of Sir David Amos. Finn Taylor describes himself as anti-woke, will appear on Have I Got News For You, despite causing a backlash last time round. Funny man ran into trouble on the satirical show when he made a gag about murdering Jeremy Corbyn supporters and fans of Bob Dylan. Yeah, they didn't care about that at the time. Are they the people who are the richest man in the world called a pedo? Yeah. They no longer look after Stonehenge. It's left open outside of Druid celebration dates. I agree BBC don't know comedy. I agree with that. Are they... I bet they wouldn't have an issue with booking Chappelle. No. TV reviews, they review Outlaws on BBC One. I haven't watched that yet. Stath Let's Flats is back tonight at 10:15 on Channel 4. Autumn Watch is back on BBC 2 at 8 p.m. And Who Do You Think You Are? BBC 1, 9 p.m. is Alex Scott, England footballer turned sports presenter. No, thank you. I don't want any big follows. Chantal COT says, was very surprised that Frankie Boyle Show got a new series on the Beeb after they booted the MASH report. I think the Frankie Boyle Show is on... They put it on late, right? So a lot of times people just kind of miss it, I think. Who's wrong? Phone calls. Don't know who from. Sorry. This morning especially, fuck the BBC, says Panic Future. Jesus Christ. It's constant. Why are tween boys love curls? 3 moms explain why they embrace their sons adopting the TikTok trend for perms to look like Timothy Chalamet. Use of weapon says I'm completely nude and covered in butter, ready for another TPT. Jesus. BBC Two just dumped. Dave commissioned the MASH report. BBC Two just dumped it. Yeah. Wish I looked like Timothy Chalamet's chronotherm. Yeah. Well, yeah. Imagine. Me too, I guess. £50 letter today comes from Jane Fisher of Newcastle, who says, It is good news Chancellor Rishi Sunak is to inject a blah blah blah. Definitely written by someone at the Sun. Does Timothy Chalamet have a perm? No, I think that is his natural hair. Some really weird weather-lined boots, £18 a pair. Horrible looking. And on the back page, Succession, United sound out available. Zidane, Conte, agent callers, board debate, Ole's sacking. There you go. Give me your scores for the Sun. For me, triple negative nice. Ole in says use of weapons. Right. Sorry, it's all go here today. There's a guy dropping something off. It's very distracting. There can be no nice, says Dick Pendren. Quadruple negative nice from Selinka Meyer. Negative nice from minus 69, Diana Ghost haunting a white Fiat. C122, H122 says triple negative nice +1 for the cool cat. Gonzo Socialism, quadruple negative nice Chimera MASH reports. And triple negative nice from Panic Future. Dick Pendren says, as a Leeds fan, I'm very keen on Ole being given a life appointment. Well, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to move on to The Guardian, today's speed round paper. Dum, 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 dum. Why? None of these papers are all going to be coming in weird orders, I think. Right, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can get this done in a 2-minute run. Okay. Right. All right, here we go. The Guardian in 2 minutes. Starting now. Front page of The Guardian. We are living in a Squid Game world. Writer-director Hwang Dong-hyuk says that. Beverly Knight, my voice is valid. It will be heard. Good on her. Top of the shop. Sunak to strap public sector pay freeze and cost of living crisis. Facebook puts profit over harm of society. Well, no shit. Tories on back foot over river sewage row. I wish they were on their backs in the sewage rivers. Michael Jordan's trainers set $1.5 million record sales price. Well, I mean, they're quite special shoes. No will at the top. Whistleblower condemns Facebook over safety. Memos reveal company knew of core product issues. Alec Baldwin was pointing gun at camera when it accidentally went off, says director. Gun death, assistant director calls safety concerns in 2019. As Selinka Meyer has said many times, it's to do with scab labour on that film. It's to do with not following union rules, all kinds of stuff like that. Bonfire night displays cancelled amid fear over rising COVID rates. Seems sensible. Police arrest 52ers, insulate Britain, revives campaign. They are an op. TV review, merchant plays with types in Rise series. Outlaws gets 4 stars. Sinister tactics target pupils and teachers. COVID, that's COVID protesters. COVID boomerangs, the over 50s living with their parents. The Boo Radleys get 3 stars. Recycling a red herring and success at top 26 touch and go. PM tells children. Why are we not complaining about the fact that he didn't do a press conference with adults? Polly Toynbee talks about Rishi Sunak. Very Polly Toynbee. This paper is so hard to turn the pages on, for God's sake. Laurent Fabius says, I chaired COP21 in Paris. I think the stakes are higher this time. The long read is, did China infiltrate New York's Tibetan community? Probably. David Davis says, our right to challenge the state is in peril. That's sort of what he always does. Sir Peter Gibbons, leading media figure who served as managing director and chair of The Guardian during the 70s and 80s, has died. And Stanley Amos, architect known for using precast concrete in innovative work, has also died. That is it in the sport. Cold Trafford. Conte keen on United job as players doubt Solskjaer. There you go. What have the Boos done? I think they've a new album, but it was a live live gig by the Boo Radleys. One of the things I say is that Martin from the Boo Radleys is really a lovely person, and when I was really depressed, he sent me some vinyl to cheer me up, which was just really cool of him. Right, so yeah, that was The Guardian. Give me your scores if you want. Okay, now the Times, which annoyingly I forgot to crop, so let's try and make that a bit bigger. There we go. Right, let's do the Times. Yeah, mine's just a really lovely bloke. Right, Times, front page of the Times. Hang on, let me do the roll call first. I am the Broken Bottle Boy. Follow me on Twitter at Broken Bottle Boy. In the chat today, Arid Track, C122H122, Chantal Set, Chris McRae, Dick Pendrin, Dr. Fire, Droop Dog, Gledster, Gonzo, Socialism, Chronotherm, Panic Future, Ratiology, Slinkermeyer, 1727, Use of Weapons, and Xylane. Thank you all for joining me on this Tuesday edition of the show. Panic Future says -69, Judith Butler making turfs cry. Slinkermeyer gives The Guardian a 10th of a negative. Nice. Yes. Reporting on China of the West is routinely awful, says Dick Pendrin. It is. It's very twisted usually and extremely xenophobic in lots of ways. -69 and then another one, says Dick Pendrin. The Times, right, front page of the Times, top of the shop, teens and social media, the impact on my generation. On the right-hand side, eat more bread, stay healthy. They can't make their minds up what they want to do. Gonzo Socialism says, -69 Polly Toynbee Ferraris. Also on the front page of the Times, greenhouse gas levels are higher than ever despite lockdowns. Yes, could it possibly be to do with industry? Brace for a winter of rising costs, drivers told. Young people can't escape from bullies on Instagram. Yeah, well... inside the paper, spy agencies paying Amazon millions to host secret data. No way that'll go wrong. Northern Ireland requires balance, insists minister. No shit. Emergency avocado is delivery smash. Brunchtime favourite is top request for Waitrose customers rushing to Deliveroo, writes Jack Mulvin. Oh, is that right? Soldier gored by elephant might have lived, but for MOD blunders. Baldwin's wife tells of shock after actor shot colleague dead. Police tried to recruit Black Lives Matter mole. Of course they did. Of course they did. Larry Davis came out, one of the organisers of the BLM group in Swansea, said that 2 police officers spent 90 minutes seeking to convince her to become a mole and urged her not to tell anyone about the attempted recruitment. She shared an audio recording of a phone call, which appears to be the first public evidence that police sought to recruit an informant within the movement. Yeah, no shit. Come on. Young people can't escape from bullies in national newspapers either. Slinkermeyer, eat bread, don't eat bread, eat bread. It's your fault you don't understand nutrition very well. 32 Republica balance before Brexit, I would have said. Yeah, I think there will be a united Ireland in my lifetime. Mistake to let Manchester bomber back, MI5 admits. Mistake. They sent him out there and they let him back. Bring back rationing to save the planet, urges Joanna Lumley. Bring back rationing. That's where we've got to. I'm worried climate talks might not succeed, PM confesses to children, which was an absolute setup. Of course it was. Instagram bullies in children's rooms, says the Facebook whistleblower. 5 million in public sector can look forward to Sunak largesse. Sunak largesse? It's not his fucking money. Pensioner killed by wife was violent in the 90s, his daughter says. Reporting on that case is very odd. No guarantee extra billions will clear NHS backlog, Javid warns. Yeah, no shit. Coin news. Collector's £100 coin turns into a £5,000 payout. That we had that yesterday. It's just them being late to report that. Thatcher is to blame for City being dirty, says council leader. This is an absolutely deceptive story. Most of the papers are covering this, saying that Susan Aitken, the head of the SNP-led Glasgow Council, had said that Margaret Thatcher was to blame for the dirty conditions of the city streets. She didn't say that. She said that neglect going back to the era of the Thatcher government was to blame for the broken system. Coin news. Coins. Man who caught Legionnaire's disease sues holiday firm for £20,000, as well he might. 8 men held after teenagers stabbed to death in the street. Horrendous story. Assisted dying bill may lead to coercion, doctors warn. Coercion already happens. Look, Joanna Lumley could take her demand to bring that rationing and throw it off the garden bridge she campaigned for and Johnson spaffed millions on. Yeah, gonzo socialism, this blitz spirit BS is garbage. Rationing never affected the posh tops and the rich at all. It's true, they just got things under the black market. Sunak thinks people who earn £24,000 a year only pay £180 in income tax a year. He's utterly incompetent. Yeah, Margaret Thatcher is a cunt, says C122, H122. Planet Future, I'm happy to blame Thatcher for anything. Wait till the Queen croaks and how many coins we will get then. Oh, so many coins. Butchers carve a niche in upmarket neighbourhoods. A leg of lamb for £70 and £10 for 6 sausages may not seem like prices likely to attract a queue of customers, but upmarket butchers are helping revive a trade. Whatever. Metropolitan police officer who is on trial for rape had been told to stop several times, but thought that the woman was just playing hard to get, a court has heard. Metropolitan police there. Just a few rotten apples in a rotten orchard in a rotten country. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate, C122, H122. Brown sauce. Gonzo socialism. Can you get British Legionnaire's disease? Only if you're patriotic enough. William Hague writes about China. Absent Xi is revealing his own weakness. China is losing friends abroad and sacrificing progress at home because of the inflexibility that comes with one-man rule. Is that right? Melanie Phillips writes, anti-vaxxers are the toxic worst of the left and right. This is the Melanie Phillips who was a central figure in the MMR scandal. So fuck her. Right, on that note, do check out today's newsletter when it comes out later today, which is going to be in part about Melanie Phillips. Sidelighting Sturgeon only damages the union, says Alex Massey, and Giles Corrin is awful, as usual. In the birthdays today, it's Dame Sarah Story's birthday. She's 44. Nicola Adams is 39. She's the Olympic gold medalist in 2012 and 2016 in the boxing. Roger Allam, the actor, is 68. Sir Kevin Barron, the Labour MP for Rother Valley, is 75. He was MP for that area until 2019. Christine Brewer, the soprano, is 66. Not a gangster, but a singer. Hillary Clinton, who is Hillary Clinton, is 74. Ian Dyson, QPM, City of London Police, is... What are you doing? 61. Hello, person in the room. How are you? You're right. I heard that the thing had come. Lord Reginald Empney, chairman of the Ulster Unionist Party until 2019, not happy birthday to him, is 74. Lord Edward Garnier, the QC and Conservative MP for Harbour until 2017, Solicitor General till 2012, is 69, not nice. Maurice Gran, screenwriter for Birds of a Feather from 1989 to 2017, is 72. Dr. Jenny Harries, Chief Executive of UK Health Security Agency, former Deputy Chief Medical Officer for England, is 63. Audley Harrison, the boxer, is 50. Austin Healey, the rugby union player, is 48. Steve Holliday, president of the Energy Institute charity, chairman of Crisis until 2020, and chief executive of the National Grid until 2016, is 65. Trevor Joyce, the poet, 74. Adam Mars Jones, 67. Rosa Monckton, campaigner for adults and children with learning disabilities and chairwoman of Asprey and Garrard UK, is 68. Sir Andrew Motion, writer, is 69. Nice. Zachary Aramo, the chief conductor of the BBC Symphony Orchestra, is 56. Georgie Pauk, the violinist, is 85. John Pettigrew, chief executive of the National Grid, is 53. Steph Reed, athlete, two-time Paralympic silver medalist, is 37. Julian Schnabel, the painter and film director, is 70. Jacqueline Smith is 76. Colin Tweedy, chief executive of the Building Centre, is 68. And Keith Urban, the country music singer, is 54. On this day in 1951, Winston Churchill became Prime Minister for the second time, aged 76, when the Conservative Party won the general election with a majority of 17 seats. And the last word today comes from Colin Powell from his book, My American Journey, 1995, Leadership is Solving Problems. The day soldiers stop bringing you their problems is the day you have stopped leading them. In corrections and clarifications, our article on Nick Chapman in the magazine, October 16th, said her father died of multiple sclerosis. He died from complications arising from the disease, which is not itself fatal. We also said a third of people with MS will eventually need a wheelchair. In fact, studies indicate that if the condition is not treated, a third of people with MS will require a wheelchair or other mobility aid after 20 years. Mel Phillips is also a big fan of shootings on Norwegian islands, allegedly, says Use of Weapons. Yeah, Melanie Phillips is still a Times journalist, is all you need to know about big media. She was mad for MMR anti-vaxxery, says Use of Weapons. Exactly. Colin Powell says Gonzo Socialism. In the world news, Prime Minister arrested in Sudanese army coup. That news broken yesterday on the stream. Psycho MBS wanted to kill King, says Saudi critic. That's reported. That's Saad al-Jabri, who warned further secrets would emerge if he died. Millions face starvation in Afghanistan. That's horrendous, and the natural conclusion of the way we have treated that country. Faltering Le Pen tells populists of Europe to unite. Fuck off. Populists. Egyptian children study Salah's success. He is by long shot the world's favourite living Egyptian, has been heralded as a role model in his adopted city of Liverpool. Now, it's not just football training manuals that will teach people what it takes to be Mohamed Salah. The Premier League striker's life story has been added to Egypt's national curriculum to inspire the country's students to greater things. Gladster says Keith Urban, I always preferred Keith Rural. Release secret files on JFK, Biden has urged. Two nephews of John F. Kennedy have called for the release of the remaining secret documents on the 1963 assassination of the former president after the White House blocked them. The records were due to be made public today, but the Biden administration delayed them until an interim release on December 15th, with most of the material held back until at least December next year. Even then, it could still be withheld. Many of the 15,000 records that remain are from the FBI and CIA. In the G2, got people talking about Instagram. In the business news, Tesla joins $1 trillion club after groundbreaking deal. Hertz places $4 billion order for 100,000 electric cars. Guarantee that never happens. Callum Jones in the business column writes, no amount of hyperbole can save a business that's built on sand. He's the Wall Street correspondent of the Times. Car maker has taken another wrong turn. Geely, the Chinese owner of Volvo, has grappled with and pretty much got wrong. Geely looked to price Volvo's float as it was an electric car maker a decade before the Swedish car maker will become one. Murder charge tycoon plundered investors' cash. Liquidators say a leading law firm enabled Harvey Bulter to misuse £64 million. And guess what? Adam Werrity, friend of Liam Fox, was exposed as a bogus advisor by Bulter's legal firm. Legal row with 3M. So, yeah, whoopee-doo. Boohoo, online fashion is off traders' wish lists. My favourite JFK conspiracy theory is the killing shot was actually made by mistake by an inexperienced Secret Service agent in the car behind who fell over and discharged his rifle. Love that. I thought it was Ted Cruz's dad. Biden can't release the docs because they show that Brace Belden did the shooting. In the obit, that was Use of Weapons said that. Mo Drake is in the obituaries. Advertising executive whose slogan "Beans means Heinz," devised over a pint, was voted the best of all time. Also, Warrant Officer Norrie Norrell, genial crewman who served on the Royal Yacht Britannia for 34 years and kept an eye on the young Prince of Wales. And James Michael Tyler, actor who found fame in hit sitcom Friends, playing Gunther the barista, smitten with Jennifer Aniston's character. And in the sport today, Solskjaer in fight to save United job, Stoked back and buzzing for the Ashes. That is today's Times. Give me your scores. Give me your scores. For me, it's a quadruple negative nice. Adam Werrity, friend of disgraced former Defence Secretary Dr. Liam Fox. That Adam Werrity, that's the one. Rest in peace, Gunther, says C122H122. And finally, we come to the Daily Mail, our last paper of the day. How have we got through these papers so quickly? Incredible scenes. Just need to get some water. Slinker, I agree, always inclined to believe in conspiracies to cover up incompetence and deliberate malicious intent. Minus 69 Adam Werrity-shaped otters for the Times, says use of weapons. Centuple negative nice from Panic Future. Quadruple negative nice from Slinker Meyer. And a triple negative nice from C122 H122 for the Times. All right. Here we are with the Daily Mail, front page of the Daily Mail. Top of the shop, A Secret of Lasting Love by blind date couple celebrating their 30th anniversary. Well done them. Main story, Rishi's pay rise for 7 million. But how will we afford it? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off on 2 counts. 1, it's not his pay rise, is it? 2, it may not be above inflation rate, in which case it wouldn't be a pay rise. And 3, fuck off again. Sirhan didn't kill RFK. Fact, says Gonzo Socialism. I am of that belief, as are members of his family. Afternoon, Red Tick Seed. How are you doing? Sup, Red? Just had to clean it into my hotel room. I felt like a tit. I always hate that when that happens and you're like, as if you're not meant to be there. On the right-hand side of the page, scandalously stylish Crown star Claire in racy new role. Inside the paper, stirring up some scandal, it's Claire, the Dishy Duchess. The story of Margaret, Duchess of Argyll, and her adventurous sex life is being brought to the screen. Images from the set of a very British scandal show the actress, 37, with the Society Beauty's trademark curled bob. Why the lemur is the Freddie Mercury of Madagascar. Next time you want to play a Queen song, you may want to keep an eye open for lemurs. Scientists have discovered that the rare Idri lemur has a sense of rhythm similar to humans. And they sing with long and short notes, just like the drum beats and hand claps at the start of We Will Rock You. What a stretch. Arena bomber in contact with 8 MI5 suspects. Yeah. And MI5 in contact with all of them too. No VAT cut on energy bills. £60 a year blow to families as Labour calls on Sunak to fulfil Tory pledges. Don't trust the Tories because you can't. Bernie Sanders killed JFK. He will say he didn't, but Jesus, C122, H122. Actor does acting. Full stop. Yeah. Use of weapons. I'm so bored of TV shows about minor royals. Yeah, or aristocrats. Yeah. Knifing Boris was like a bomb going off in my hands, says Gove. Mike Gove has admitted he regrets torpedoing Boris Johnson's first Tory leadership bid. Says the move wound up like a bomb going off in his hands. But I thought we were stopping with the violent imagery. Image of evil blonde Coogan as of evil, blonde Coogan as Savile in a striking platinum blonde wig. Steve Coogan is transformed to play his most controversial role yet. Jimmy Savile. Jesus Christ. They shouldn't be making that. Union tells GPs don't take on any new patients. PM, police must act on male expose, and social media giants need to stop Instagram drug peddlers. The middle class couple crashing in by brand building for weed dealers. No, not sweet packets, but cannabis for kids. Oh, Jesus. Rapper who campaigned with William-backed drug pusher online. Oh, this is Professor Green, a rapper who spoke to school children about mental health with Prince William, has promoted an Instagram cannabis dealer. Professor Green, who has been a guest at Buckingham Palace several times, was filmed praising drug pusher Stonechester. Comes despite him previously insisting that he is long removed from the world of cannabis because it makes him anxious. Oh, fucking hell, it's cannabis they're talking about here. I would simply not make a TV show about Savile, says Use of Weapons. Agree. Till they make a biopic of Prince Andrew, I'm not interested. Yeah, and it says Panic Future. Think mine. Until Andrew's in an orange jumpsuit, I'm not interested. Agree. Gonzo Socialism, BBC in full-on damage limitation, narrative management road over Savile. Yeah, exactly. Facebook is unquestionably making hate worse, says the whistleblower. What's her angle, though? That's what I want to know. Angelina... Oh, Jesus, just knocked the microphone over. Today's really irritating. Oh, now I've got throat sweets everywhere. This is all going very well. Angelina Folly, hair extensions disaster for star... Oh, shut up. Fence warfare. Grandmother convicted of assault after squirting neighbours with disinfectant over her COVID fears. Oh, Jesus. Javid, I'll wear a mask for budget, but will others follow him? No, because they just don't give a shit. Just legalise cannabis, exactly. 1727, instant minus 420 for the Daily Mail. Yeah. Why male authors are being written out of fiction, but are dazzling us with sublime TV shows instead, writes Boris Starling, best-selling author. Give a fuck. BBC on Savile. We're all trying to find the guy who did this. Little John says, it's time Genghis Khan came unstuck. More racism about Sadiq Khan. Boris rubbishes recycling, stupidly. Faces of boys stabbed to death, grim. We're proof you can find lasting love on TV, says the Blind Date column. Baldwin's fatal shot was aimed at camera. He was rehearsing scene while sitting. The thing is such a mess. Are you after cooking tips for pasta, chips, or pesto eggs? Just look at TikTok. All right. Right, on this day, October 26, 2021, from the Daily Mail archive, in 1971, delegates sang, shouted and danced in the aisles of the United Nations today after a vote cleared the way for the admission of mainland China and the expulsion of the nationalist Chinese. It came after the General Assembly rejected by 59 votes to 55 an American motion demanding a two-thirds majority before the nationalists could be expelled. October 26, 2005. Panic could set in during a flu pandemic if the public is not told who is first in line for the drugs, the government has warned last night. Ministers have ordered 14.6 million courses of antiviral drug Tamiflu, the amount World Health Chiefs say the UK needs to deal with a pandemic. Happy birthday to Roger Allen, who's 68. For this, I'm going for a Twix. And happy birthday to Dame Sarah Story, 44. Also born on this day, Mahalia Jackson, 1911 to 1972, the US singer and civil rights activist. Rendition of Thomas Dorsey's gospel song, Precious Lord, Take My Hand, was Martin Luther King's favourite, and whenever he asked her to perform at an event, she agreed. That included the 1963 March on Washington, at which Dr. King made his I Have a Dream speech at Jackson's urging. Bob Hoskins, 1942 to 2014, a Suffolk-born star of Mona Lisa and The Long Good Friday, fell into acting after waiting in a pub with a friend who was at an audition. Hoskins was mistakenly called in and was too pissed to argue, he claimed. When he received a call in the early hours from Francis Ford Coppola offering a role in the Cotton Club, he thought it was a prank and yelled, "And I'm fucking Henry VIII and you just woken my kid up." Put the phone down. He still got the part. On October 26th in 1881, the gunfight at the OK Corral took place. The Wild West shootout inspired the 1957 film of the same name. In 1918, Cecil and Mary Chubb donated Stonehenge to the nation, having bought it for £6,600 at an auction. Quote of the day, people generally see what they look for, Harper Lee. And joke of the day, what sound does a 747 make when it bounces? Boeing, Boeing, Boeing. It doesn't work, does it? Chiang Kai-shek, name a bigger loser, says Use of Weapons. I would prefer Genghis Khan to the current government, he also says. Join a union, don't cross a picket line, fuck scab labour. Agreed, C122H122. Use of Weapons, Facebook whistleblower is some kind of limited hangout, I reckon, to do eye emoji shit, yeah. Is not being managed by billionaire owner of The Intercept, says Gonzo Socialism. Join a union, don't cross a picket line. Bob Hoskins is the best loved Roger Rabbit. What the fuck? Someone owns Stonehenge. How? Well, yeah, I guess it was so much land in the UK is private land, right? And it was only donated in 1918 to the nation. On page 29, I'm battling arthritis, but it won't stop me tangoing, reveals Strictly champ Joanne. That's grim for her. And finally, Sir Trevor is the new Games Master. Yeah, Trevor McDonald is going to be the Games Master in the new film. It's a bunch of stones, yeah, but it's a bunch of stones on a piece of land, isn't it? And unfortunately, we are a deranged country when it comes to land. How to hatch a flu jab inside the Liverpool factory where millions of eggs are scrambled into action to avert a winter crisis. Brooke Shields of Kuwait cut up her ex's clothes in row over claims he paid for sex, is the claim. What a stink. Fury is Tory MP's bid to force water firms to cut sewage dumped in rivers. What page does the Daily Mail put that big story on? Page 33. Buried. In the good health section, what's the most super way to fight off the super cold? They recommend Ortreville Extra Dual Relief, apparently. A 5-minute test that can warn of dementia. My new knee means I'm trotting about again and fit to play Dame Trot, says Christopher Biggins. Oh, good. Red 16. Holy shit, the enclosure of the Commons. When did that happen? How to use your phone to stay happy various apps you can use. They want to sell you pans. They want to sell you weird food. In the TV reviews, Outlaws gets 2 stars, Long Call gets 4 stars, tonight's recommendation, Autumn Watch. In the cartoons, Garfield is watching TV again. In Chloe and Co, Chloe and a man, a man and Chloe's friend are talking. What's Chloe up to these days, the man says. The woman says, the usual. The man says, is he seeing anybody? Is she seeing anybody? And yeah, the woman says, yeah, that about sums her up. Oh, fuck knows. Fuck Chloe and Co. Anyway, apparently there's a whole Chloe and Co book you can get called Chloe and Co. Has anyone seen my love life? Which is £8.49. So there you go. And in Fred Bassett and his owner are watching TV, and he's wishing he could go for a walk, and then the owner says they can go for a walk. Pierre Omidyar's financing of the Facebook whistleblower campaign reveals a great deal, says Gonzo Socialism, linking to Glenn Greenwald. Always somewhat dubious about Glenn Greenwald, but we'll read that with interest nonetheless. Greenwald obviously does have his axe to grind with Omidyar as well. Right, the poem is back. I'm afraid to tell you, the poem is back. Today's poem, Autumn Memories. Autumn's here in colourful splendour. The first leaves begin to fall. Get prepared for longer evenings. Find your scarf to watch football. Fleeting now, these golden days. Time to dig up allotment spuds. Unblock the drains and gutters. Wash garden seats with soapy suds. Put away the sunshades, garden gazebos and barbecues. Show kids how to play conkers. Locate the winter shoes. Birds devour the sunflower heads. Weighed down with stripy seeds. There's a heady whiff of bonfires. Pumpkins ripen among Michaelmas weeds. The autumn months are slipping by, but we never quite prepare for the long dark days of winter when the trees stripped of leaves are bare. And it's dark in the morning and evening, winter's back bringing fog, cold winds and rain. But cocooned in our pleasant memories, those golden days of autumn remain. That's Mrs. Anita Bass of Thaden Boys, Essex. Please stop it. And the limerick today comes from Robert Ben Nathan of Denham, Buckinghamshire. With COVID well under attack and things getting well back on track, in spite of all this, there's something amiss. But it's that we can't see our quack. Sorry, with COVID well under attack and things getting well back on track, in spite of all this, there's something amiss, and it's that we can't see our quack. The scansion doesn't work. Horrible. Use your weapons, going to jump off my balcony rather than listen to the poem. Ban the alphabet, says Gonzo Socialism. Ban poem, says Red Tick Seed. Oof, that hurts, says Panic. Future. Break up the tech firm, says C122, H122. Agree. Straight to the point, Mike Martin says, why does the Chancellor bother to make a budget speech? The leaks start a good week before the event leaks. I mean, they're press releases. David Kirkwood says, who needs a heat pump when we have Boris Johnson? Brian Best says, will the refurbishment of the House of Parliament include heat pumps? Brian Morris says, thousands of protesters, a bin strike, rail strike and COVID. What could possibly go wrong for Glasgow during the COP26 Jamboree? Gerald Rudge, writing from Monte Carlo, says, is there any topic on which Tony Blair is not sufficiently well versed to give us the benefit of the doubt of his views? D. Smith says, I agree with Richard Littlejohn that we are facing a disastrous democratic deficit. At the next election, many could well feel that no party represents their views and concerns. Anna Brooks says, how to drum up the insurance business at John Lewis. Let the children wreck the house. SM Long, this SM is long, says, what's happening to Coronation Street is like a spoof gangster film. And finally, Chris Pate says, congratulations to J.K. Rowling on her #1 spot. The wokerati haven't managed to cancel her book sales. Ha ha ha. The reason for the leak is to see what people will allow. Yes, it's test. That person has no grasp of rhythm in that limerick. Yep, terrible. And today's recipe is creamy pumpkin pasta. Honestly, looks like vomit. They're trying to sell you cruises. They're trying to sell you Chinese witch hazel. They're trying to sell you drill jeans. Jeans that will be banned by the government for violent lyrics. No, just some... I don't know what drill jeans are. But anyway, stone, navy, tan, mustard, pine and brick. Yours for £40 or 2 pairs for 70. Jesus Christ. Time to view leaks called the something papers is little more than propaganda. Yeah, I agree with that. Fuck JKR, says Lincoln Meyer. And in the sport, Ole's fighting for his future. Glazers hold crisis talks with Woodward, players questioning Solskjaer's tactics, and Conte lead candidate. De Gea has said that Man United play like kids. And Ian Ladyman, yes, real name, says, if Ole makes it to the Spurs match and he wants to survive longer term, he has to be brave and drop Ronaldo and Bruno. Portuguese pair must pay the price. That is the Daily Mail, today's final paper. Give me your scores. I'd say a quadruple negative nice. Very bad paper, doing very bad things. Thank you for joining me today for today's show. Tomorrow, maybe a magazine special. Let's see. If you've enjoyed the show, do consider subscribing here on Twitch. If you've got Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Thank you, Lil Juan Brady for following the channel. Do sign up for the newsletter. It's free, and Solskjaer's tactics. Sign up for newsletter. It's free, but if you like it, you can always switch to a paid subscription. And if you want to support the show, but you don't want to subscribe and pay regularly, just go to the Paper Fund, paypal.me/Conquest of the Useless, and you can give a one-off donation. E. Blair fan says pumpkin should be inside tortellini. Yes, Gonzo Socialism gives a septuple negative nice and says vomit pasta. Quadruple negative nice from C122, H122, and also quadruple negative nice from Sir Lincoln Meyer. Thank you all for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. It all helps. Bye-bye for now.